If you want to disarm Iran or these groups that you're so concerned about, it would seem that you would lead by example and say, I don't even use these weapons anymore. So that's why it's illegal for you to do so. And it's well within...
You didn't listen to Mr. Rushdi's point. It's a shame you didn't.
I think I did.
There are those who have the weapons as it might be. It's a bad idea, I agree with you. But have them as a status quo fact. It's a nuclear monopoly or duopoly. There are those who want to get hold of them so that they can immediately detonate them. If you don't see that difference, you don't see that difference. But I'll just have to leave it with the audience.
But I have to say, I've spent a lot of my life marching on ban the bomb marches. So I don't need to be told that these are bad things. I know that. I spent a lot of my youth fighting that the bomb itself, that the deployment of cruise missiles, that all kinds of things should be limited. Obviously they should. But as I say, I repeat, right now, there's only one group in the world that wants to actually explode nuclear weapons. And that is...
But is that a hard
and boasts about it in advance.
All right, I want to move on to another
bring on the apocalypse,
all right.
Bring on the end of the world.
Shut up, everybody. So
I can do that.
The right wing in this country is paranoid, I think. And it seems to be anyone who is out of power has this seething hatred and distrust of the people who are in power. All of you guys are world travelers, sort of world citizens. Does every country in the world divide tribally like this so that the people who are out of... They do?
Yes.
Sweden, they do?
No, Sweden, well, there's not enough Swedes.
Some would say to me.
Look at the French. Look at the French. They're divided like that down the middle. I mean, Sarkozy, has his gang, and then he's really hated by a lot of people, and the same is true in England. Of course.
But I mean, to take up your point that he's only been in office 2 months, Obama, the right wing thinks that he's going to come and take away your guns, even though there's no evidence. The Democrats haven't said boo about guns. They think they're building these FEMA camps.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is... You know what, Bill? They're right.
No, they're
Whitey,
not.
you're right. Your word is not true.
No.
He's taking your freedom. He's taking your daughters. He's going to legalize weed. He's going to start wearing jumpsuits and gold chains and working from his casual Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You fucked up, Whitey. It's over.
All right. Look, can I just say?
That's right.
All right. Okay.
You remember...
And the world is flat. And 2 and 2 make 5.
Come on, man.
And all these things are true.
They taking them through the nonsense.
Nonsense.
But when
it's
Bush...
up against the wall, motherfucker. Remember that book in the 60s said, look out, Whitey, Black Power's going to come and take your mum.
Yeah.
And people... Dick Gregory called his book, by a word I won't use, because he thought every time it was being shouted at him, every time his mother heard it, it was selling a copy of his book.
And actually, my fear about Obama is not that he's going to come and put everybody in FEMA camps. It's that he might turn out to be a wuss.
Yes.
This is what the point I was raising at the beginning of the show.
I think he might turn out to be too moderate, too cautious, too Republican.
Right. I mean,
I think that there's a Western paradigm of strength in the application of power that he's just not applying to. I think that he's keeping his cool. I think that they said the same thing about him during the campaign. You're going too easy on Hillary. She dissing you. You can just let her say that shit about you, son?
Well,
so you think he's playing rope-a-dope?
He has a different methodology. We may not understand it, but I think that and it's mad early. It's 2 months.
He was very good.
I agree with it. I hope it really works.
He was very good the other day, I thought, when he said, it was a small thing, but I thought it was a nice detail. He was asked, why didn't you speak up louder and more angrily about AIG and sooner and more nastily? And he said, because I like to make sure before I say anything that I know what I'm talking about. When did you last?
Hear that? Never.
It's
been a long time.
Yeah, that was a great moment.
And he's getting criticized by the Republicans because sometimes he reads things, off teleprompters. And in a nostalgic moment, in a wonderful nostalgic moment this week, I don't know if you saw George Bush's last immortal Bushism, when he was talking about how he's writing a book. You'll be happy to know.
Neither am I. Yeah.
No, exactly. And when asked why he was writing the book, he said because he knew there'd be a lot of discussion about his presidency, and he wanted there to be one authoritarian voice to tell people what was happening.
The authoritarian version.
The authoritarian version. So I thought, we've gone from that
to
this level of sophistication and intelligence. It's a huge improvement.